Whoa!
Yo!
Hello, Shellers and other
Hello,
people, I
Blue
guess.
Shell.
So today we're gonna have a match between I don't know why this is down. Between SpicyWater and WaterBoarders. Fortunately, there's been some delay as usual with SpicyWater matches. This time it's one of the members forgetting that they have to play. So we're just waiting on them.
You can't be calling them out personally on the phone like this.
I didn't call the person out themselves, but maybe in the gameplay there might be some hints to who it is. Who knows? Yeah. So it's a pretty, would say, interesting match. A team who has won all the matches from the beginning of this split, and a team that has lost all the matches. Not even played 1-1. No,
Just lost all
completely
stats.
lost, yeah. Yesterday I saw that they were definitely enjoying their match as well, which they again lost. Unfortunately, SpicyWater won the match, even with weird circumstances. I hear them cheering something on.
They're getting ready, like.
Yeah, they're hyped. And I, there are exceptions, or at least I expect, of course, one team to win, but mostly I want to see what WaterBoarders will show. Will it be better than Yeptown? That's my biggest question, of course, as a Yeptown member myself. What do you think?
You were talking about the two teams, one having won all their matches this round split, and one having lost all of them.
Yeah.
I'm pulling up the tracker. It's just not fair. I am not gonna lie. This is just not fair.
Yes. However, Yeptown had to suffer from this, so WaterBoarders has
The average ranking overall between the teams isn't 3 divisions or 2.5 to 3 divisions wide. No, it's 2.5 to 3 ranks wide.
Yeah.
So
The thing is mostly that, of course, as more people know, Division 4 and 3 got merged into Division 3, which means that some matches will be a little less equal, of course, which we had SpicyWater against Yeptown, which is why I'm comparing it to. Because I think WaterBoarders against Yeptown is just better comparable to each other. Yeptown being the worst team from last split, now kind of showing off new talents. But of course, WaterBoarders also got a new talent, Alexander, for example. They didn't have him last split. I think SpicyWater didn't have Sonny and Josh on their team, but I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure those are new players from the most recent splits.
Yes.
I'm excited to see how they play today as well.
Yes.
I was seeing their performance yesterday. Doing pretty solid. I kind of like what I saw there, so I'm excited to see them today again.
Yeah. From what I've heard is mostly for WaterBoarders what's most important is to keep them mental. I feel like that's their downfall sometimes.
Yeah.
So that needs to be focused on. And for SpicyWater, it is not how would I say, it's not being too triggered. Thank you for following, I guess.
Wait, you actually joined! That is my boy! He saw that, everyone!
No, that's good. Yeah. No, welcome to Blue Shell. But no, I think for SpicyWater, it is mostly being able to just not get triggered, and not be too, maybe sometimes too aggressive. Maybe sometimes being too slow. From some players, they are really slow, which we have seen in split before. So I'm curious, for example, like Thomas plays a lot more in the back, a lot more slower, which is fine, but will it work with WaterBoarders? That's the question.
Yeah, no, I fully agree. I think a lot of the mistakes that I saw with some of these players individually when playing with them is that their awareness at times could be a little bit off, so they were rotating a little bit too late and didn't manage to get the retake, didn't manage to get the defuse. So timing and pacing is, I think, of essence in this match. Aside from that, I think it's just statistically speaking, a lot of these players won't be winning their 1v1 gunfights you're having with the seeding that's done by in this league.
Yeah.
Having like multiple bronzes go up against people that are minimal gold, minimal platinum.
It's true. However, I do know that sometimes high elo players cannot play against low elo players because of the logical thinking of the low elo.
This is something that I've noticed not only in Valorant but in different games and like fighting games and or more like hero shooters as well. You don't expect them to pull off certain strategies because they're not recognized within the league and rank that you yourself in. They will catch you off guard at times. Going into the map banning here.
We're going into map banning. They're ready, I guess. Let's see what they're going to do. I don't know which team 1 and 2 is, to be honest, so we're gonna see.
I'm expecting a Fracture ban first, Icebox ban.
I don't think Fracture will be first. I think they're gonna first.
Hate Fracture.
No, I think they're gonna first ban something that they assume the other team will not ban, and then ban the ones that they at least hope that they will ban, so that their ban is not wasted. At least from my experience as a now second year esports. No, but also esports.
That's true.
I don't know.
Esports enthusiast.
Yeah, because I'm definitely not a good esports player, but.
I mean, not in for me. Not in here. Do not give me. I mean.
Oh, they have banned
Do
Pearl.
not put me in Valor.
That's interesting.
Pearl gone.
Okay, so as I said, probably the maps that they feel less comfortable with, but feel like they might not get banned if they don't ban them right now. But the second round they might ban the maps that they really don't want to play. So
yeah, I get what you mean. Like they're starting with a kind of a middle of the road ban. Like they wouldn't mind it as much, but they also don't want to play that badly because they're expecting them to
but
ban
mostly,
maps that they really hate, and then they go from there.
Yes, I think so.
Pre-game interview with the captains.
No, we cannot do that. I'm sorry, Chris, but no, we'll do it after.
We can do post that interview. We can interview the players
because they kind of, I think they're ready as well because they had to wait so long.
They want to get this over with. They want to have weekend.
Not over with, but they also want to have fun after, that's like the of course celebration of the match. Let's see which one. Their WaterBoarders conversing from background is Max playing Minecraft, which I suggest we stream. They banned.
They are banning.
Icebox.
We are continuing. Yeah, no, this is the one I expected.
I don't like Icebox myself, but I do know that some players really like Icebox from SpicyWater.
Icebox for me personally, it is one of those maps I don't like playing on it, but for some reason I perform really well, and I don't know why.
For me, Icebox is just too much. It's a lot of open. I think it is WaterBoarders that has banned this because I don't see SpicyWater banning Icebox that early. I'm not sure, as I don't know which one is Team 1 and Team 2. Because I never try to ban. I kept them, so but it's fine. They banned Fracture. So,
I don't want to say I said it, but I did say it.
I think they might go next for either Lotus or Haven to ban. Pretty excited maps. I don't know if anyone has seen the results of last match of Yaptown against TCA Link, but that was a match on Lotus which started with 1-11 against Yaptown and turned into 12-14 or 14-12 for Yaptown. So
yeah, the reversal was crazy.
It's an attack style map
in a row.
Yeah.
And then it clutch up to 0 in overtime from 12-12 to 12-14 was insane.
As I said, Haven. Okay, so it is one of the maps with 3 sides have been banned now. So they're gonna now select, I think, which one they will do. Go to Yaptown coach. I'm not the coach. However, Dory is a good Yaptown coach. The best. Oh no, wait. I'm not the coach. Wait, Reinier is the coach.
exactly.
I'm so dumb.
No, I
Our
respect it. He
captain,
gotta.
Dory, of course, and Rainier, our best Yeptown coach that has coached Dory.
Okay, let's go. I'm trying to look at character picks potentially coming out
Lotus
from
Gaming. Oh, they have chosen Ascent
play.
and Split.
Oh.
No Lotus Gaming today. No Lotus Gaming is shown.
So I'm trying to look at certain character pools that some of these players
Split.
have.
One of the teammates on the attacker side. Are they going to both just same?
One of them only
No
has
Lotus. Yeah. No.
2 games
unfortunately.
in ranked, so I don't really have a lot of data to pull off. Cause
It's Max.
AKA Dwalende Drol has 2 games, not giving me any data. 1 game on ISO and 1 game on Chamber for the ranked queue.
Let's just say, from what I know from Max, is he gets crazy with it with the Odin. He really likes to snipe. He likes to play Chamber, but he's not the best at Chamber. At least that's. Oh, he has done his train or his aiming, train aiming, and instead of train
Having some
aiming,
guests here in the venue, I gotta say
No.
bye. Looking through the rest of the same team, Low Fight played with her today. Really good Vice player, has a bit of a cipher if needed. I'm just expecting the Vice install. Honestly,
Yes.
it's really good util. It's really good being able to set traps.
depending on the map.
So you have the flashes that they utilize really well for either info or for swinging someone.
Breach on Spurt will go hard proof, but who will be then on Breach? That's
So I think this is WaterBoarders, right? The team over here.
yeah, that's Alexander
So
from WaterBoarders.
second player from WaterBoarders doesn't even have 2 ranked games.
No,
He
no,
only
no,
has
no,
1.
look.
Again, not a lot of data for
I
me
am-
to pull off. I
I
cannot
am-
make any predictions like this, man.
Oh, Machom, yeah, probably on Breach, yeah. I will tell Alexander Wiggerson, he plays, how would I say, pretty well. Is a player that I do definitely see as WaterBoarder level. And I think he is one of the ones that, I don't know, at least he played a lot with me, so he has a lot of patience. I hope he will show off that he is a good value member. But I think that will be fine. I unfortunately will not see any Victor playing because Victor is not here.
I was having to Victor, we miss you,
But
comrade.
Victor is one of my favorite ISO players, so yeah.
I think people say SpicyWater goes 5 controllers and like information.
Could be.
And
Yesterday,
moving on.
I heard some crazy weird things about SpicyWater's tactics yesterday.
WaterBoarders, Extra Toast, aka Joris, most played Breach afterwards. So I've played a lot of games in ranked with Joris together. I have faith in their Breach when we're queuing together. Question is, this is direct queue. This is people with higher MMR. This is not their own ranking. This is people 2 ranks above. Can they make this Breach pick work where the skill depth is so big, or maybe they're pulling out the Sova? Joris is someone that I consider not to be the greatest in terms of gunfights, but they're really good at collecting info. They're really good at making calls, so they're definitely a valuable member of the team. Get out, we're busy. Last player of Team WaterBoarders Crazed, aka Marcus. A bit more games. Has 6 total, 1.2 hours on race and 1 hour on Sage. Sage with the highest win rate of 100%. I mean, sample size is really low. Like winning 2 games isn't that hard. But they have a really diverse character pool of Oben, Neon, Sage, and Raze, as mentioned before. That's kind of up in the air. So yeah, I think you obviously have WaterBoarders, Lo-Fi, going on Vice. Probably really going for Extra Toast, Joris, immediately on the Breach, and then for the other 3 it's kind of up in the air. Not a lot of ranked games. I don't know how they practice, if they practice at all. So we'll see what character picks they have. As for SpicyWater, I was talking with Thomas before the match. Yeah, no, that's just the instant cipher. Moving on to the next player, match in 36. AKA, yes.
But yes, I've heard in the chat as well. I think it will be a crazy Breach play. I hope at least. I love Machon's Breach play. But of course, Omen. A lot of Omen as well.
I am low-key expecting the Machon smokes here.
But it could be
it is a
Sony top
50-50.
pick.
It is a 50-50 for either Matchroom or Sony to go on smokes. I'm wondering if Sony still feels comfortable on the Clove nerf. From
Still hear a lot of
ago,
yapping, so we
as
still have to wait.
they got nerfed. The longer cooldown on the smokes right now going up from 30 to 40 seconds per charge. And they have 10 matches on both Jet and Clove.
Yeah, that's
In the current ranked season. So it's either or. Sony can look in a dualistic form of Jet and then leave the smoking off to Matchroom, or they pick the controller, they pick the Clove for the smokes, and then Matchroom can run with the breach.
Now for the intel as well, the WaterBoarders will start on attacker side on splits, and this is, of course, SpicyWater is on defender side for splits. So we'll see how or attacker side will go for WaterBoarders immediately against one of the highest ranking teams, of course.
It's the league right now.
It's gonna be interesting.
Speed on my way to the last
Yes.
character picks for SpicyWater. We talked about it as items going on the Cypher, Matchroom 36 going on either the Omen for the smokes or the breach that we were hyping up in chat. Sony, potential Jet or potential Clove, and now we have Josh coming in with the Tahoe, Omen, KJ, Clove, and Waylay. Kind of diverse character pick, a lot of games, but each character that I just mentioned has either 1 to 2 or even 3 games. Really diverse character pool. And last one, Mr. Pancake.
Probably a race.
Probably race. I am looking at this. It is a difference of 0.5 on the lowest and 1.3 hours, 2.1, and that's like a big gap of almost 7 hours, or no, more than 7 hours, 7.4 hours difference with the race and 9.5. They like race, they like explosions. Explosions go boom, funny to look at. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's gonna be really interesting. I still don't see them in booth yet, because of course the Predator Esports Labs, for who don't know, have beautiful booths, so we can play together at the same place. However, there are currently some players playing at home, some players playing here, which is unfortunate, but we cannot do anything about it. Because, for example, Marcus is at home, but also Sony and Josh are at home.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, most of the players are here. They're probably still conversing, talking.
I
think that
might be talking to each other, trying to dare each other to do something, might be making some bets. I don't know what you guys do. I have been getting confirmation that we potentially might be ready soon in the 2 to 3 minutes.
Yeah, we'll be
from
fine.
one of the team captains.
Our lovely team captain from WaterBoarders, Reini, of course.
I want to hear your predictions before this is something that I always do when I'm casting even different games. So this is going to be a best out of 3. How do you think this will go?
Best out of 3.
I think everybody knows how a best out of 3 goes. I mean, who do you think wins? Do you think it's going to be a 2-1? Do you think it's going to be a 2-0 and a handshake? Do you think it's going to be like 13-12 or 13-0?
Yeah. So, in my honest opinion, of course, best of 2. Yeah, it is definitely best of 2. But I mean, there's 3 possibilities. Kind of. 3-1 for WaterBoarders. I do definitely hope the WaterBoarders gets in the first match more than 3, because then they will have better than Yaptown. But we'll see. Being on the attacker side with splits, I think the Bastions will be on the defense side. But maybe if they push hard and they don't expect, they might win the pistol rounds, and that might be their grasp. So I expect for the first map to have 13-4 maybe for SpicyWater, of course. And then for the second map was Ascent, right? I don't remember
I think
anymore.
it was Ascent. I think it was one of the ones open. I don't know if it was actually locked in. It was one of the last 3.
Don't even talk to me about that. I have some hope for WaterBoarders. On Ascent, I think that one will be harder, kind of, because it's less played, I think, this season. I would say maybe 13 to SpicyWater. Yes, I do think SpicyWater is going to win because of the matchup. However, this match is not for me for who was going to win. This match is more for the fun, and also how much WaterBoarders will show what they can do.
Yeah.
And how much SpicyWater will show that they can focus and still win, and not, for example, think it's too easy. Because that is what WaterBoarders did last match with
obviously-
Yapta. And that almost got them to lose one map. So
That's something that I wanted to talk about in my predictions as well.
Yeah.
I'm seeing 3 potential options here. First one, SpicyWater understands their strengths and tries not to get too cocky. They win it easy 2-0 and a handshake. Doesn't drop too many rounds in the game. 13-3, 13-4, something like that on both games. Second prediction, SpicyWater gets too cocky, tries playing too loosely, tries making too many mistakes in overconfidence, and starts snowballing out of control in favor of WaterBoarders.
going in. They're all sitting there. Discord.
Okay, so getting ready. Final option that I had. WaterBoarders starts off with a lead in the first game, which might break the mental of SpicyWater. This is something that you mentioned earlier, Sil, that mental is a massive game changer. And I know there are some players on SpicyWater's team whose performance drastically increases depending on the state of the mental right now. And
So
if
we have
WaterBoarders starts off
again,
the game,
Mr. Pancake
well,
having
out of control, yeah.
immediately on race.
The insta log raise, baby. Let's get it.
So we have Emily Marcus on
the stage.
on the
I remember this being one of the characters that they, on par with the race, both the matches, playing mainly supportive role.
and we have Joris on breach.
Sony on the waylay.
Are they thinking too easy here, or is Sony gonna show something?
Okay, so
We have Alexander on KO, and Max going for his ISO play. But there's gonna be a lot of flashes in the team, maybe. We're not sure. And he's going on Clove.
ooh.
Interesting.
So,
But John, we have
this is a beautiful lineup I'm seeing.
split
So the
breach
split breach
play.
coming out from SpicyWater. Sony on the waylay, although they have few games, they only have 2 and 1 hours, which is like it's just a fifth of what they do
Yeah,
in their
but
most
the
comfort
thing is,
picks.
will the new, like the more or less advanced people know how to play off Waylay? It's a really
That's
difficult
a good
agent to
point,
play against
yeah.
if you've not played much.
I've
And of
seen
course,
the
we have
Omen
Thomas
George.
with Cypher.
Robert Cypher, George Omen, expected Mr. Pancake locked in the race as you mentioned before, going on to the
Yeah.
WaterBoarders lineup. You mentioned the not the ice, so they Dwell on the Draw,
Beautiful
aka Max, does not have.
No. He plays your lot. However,
Not
he
in ranked, it seems, at least according to the stats.
yeah, maybe not this split, but I have seen him play it a lot. It's interesting. So we're gonna be there for a lot of teleporting, trolling, and Odin play possibly. So
So
let's see, they're pulling in.
I'm interested to see this Clove coming out from Lo-Fi. Because I kind of understand it, most of their team doesn't have any
Really
dedicated.
caught in the trap.
Oh, that's the first pick coming
Yeah.
out from Mr. Pancake. So the breach gone. The Clove smoked their
Machom is
on the smoke
gonna
and on mainly playing
Stun.
Vice.
No, Mr. Pancake is gonna pull in, but we have your teleport that has
For the
destroyed.
double coming out from
This is
Thomas.
not a good side for WaterBoarders.
Oh!
Shots!
Double
Oh!
denied! Wiggers is out here! 1v3 with no XP.
Oh
That's
my
it.
god!
Enemy remaining.
Frustration coming from Wickerson.
Yo! Hey, Alex! Alex, you!
But to be honest,
Alex, the lion was put down after that Quadra though, but that is massive. Getting a Quadra in the first round, even though they lost that, is amazing.
So, are we seeing an Alexander that's gonna show again that he is worth his place? Or is he even worth more than WaterBoarders? That's the question. But, so the pistol round.
Invest in Wiggers and Alex Tongs right now, they're about to go up.
So they're gonna mid. I didn't hear them immediately. See them all.
Detected, picking up heaven on the B side, but I'm giving away the space, trying to play for retake, not giving away any picks for now.
Let's see
Smart
if
move.
it's still opening the questions out. However,
Oh, what is going on?
They're just stuck in there. They're just gonna be killed by every util that's dropped downstairs.
Beautiful hold coming out from Todos right there, and then they coming through to put even more pressure on
Tomo's
them.
gonna be impatient.
Yoru and Breach, low health. Literally one. Sage doesn't get the heal on them. That is two.
Down mid.
Can we get a 3? Can we get a 3? Yes, sir, we can get a 3.
This is not looking well. How is the most important thing for especially low ranking teams is keeping the mentor, keeping the happiness in there. Even if you're not winning, even if you're 11 behind, still staying happy, but also staying that you can win, staying confident.
Yeah.
Is that gonna stay in the team?
That's something that I do. I'm not someone that plays a lot of shooters competitively. I play fighting games, though I play in doubles format. With my teammates, we always talk about don't dwell on the past too long about what you did wrong, but try to play around your strengths, try to recreate that success. And Alex, you said like what right that first round. Can they play around that more? Can they play around that Alex being able to frag out like that more? Well, being moved down, extra toes, trying to push into the smoke, sending out the flash, getting ready, getting the stun, Waylay, Sonny, going out repositioning. Spicy going to play for retake, you're already knocked out, it's a 4v2 on tight right now.
It's a breach diff. It's a big breach diff. And
No, the comment I just get. Both breaches are alive right now. Biggest
Yeah,
and
that's
got out of position.
That's
That's
right.
coming out from
Be
Cypher.
right back.
Tony's gonna win the wave play.
And he knows.
Oh, he beat it. However, immediately shot back.
That's a really important one. Sonny didn't have to commit there. They had the 5 when a good collab together, but they wanted it so badly. If the blue team, if SpicyWater makes more mistakes like that over time,
Yes.
if they try to get a little bit too greedy and give away too many picks, that is something that WaterBoarders can capitalize on really badly.
The impatience.
The invasion. Yeah, I get you trying to show off when you know your opponents statistically are worse than you, which is fine, but try not to get that
They're gonna split up.
overdo it. There might defaulting a few people
There's
going
Marcus
to
that is
A.
going to hold A or B, I mean, and they're going. The other part are going to mid.
Don't commit
But
to
Marcus-
chasing off right now. Flash coming through. Macho is peeking this, but he's playing a 1v4, but he doesn't know. He needs to retreat it very well, waiting for the drop support. Swinging one, punished. Do they know they're there? Swinging with the 3 of them, gets knocked down.
Okay.
Macho gets afraid just now with 2v1 on heaven, and people are trying to take sides. The Sage is rotating away, trying
Oh,
to avoid the
Mr. Pen taking her
Cypher.
back. We're gonna
Control being taken off heaven right now.
He's really low.
Can't reach the Sage from here. This is a really bad position.
Yeah, and the spike is just there, behind, like next to Mr. Pancake.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're getting flanked
Picked
by the
off
lurking
by the lurking Thomas,
and
yeah.
now the Sage has to play for spike control being held by Mr. Pancake.
who's got the
Beautiful
snacks?
for on the board. If I think a big mistake here was the fact that the Sage was not playing together here. You saw that the KO still had some bit of life left. I mean, like 10 HP on them when they were on site, but didn't have the support and didn't realize that they were getting flanked by the Cypher, getting flanked by Thomas as they had to look up to heaven, expecting pressure from there. Marcus was nowhere close enough to actually get that heal off, allowing him to play a little bit less
The
safe.
problem with choosing Sage in lower ranking, or at least in a lot of big competitive like PCT, they don't choose Sage or healers because it's not gonna be useful.
Yeah.
You will be picked off by one shot. So is a Sage gonna be useful for this team?
Yeah, I fully agree. I'm someone that comes from Overwatch and Marvel Rivals, where support often are more coming from Res and Valorant. And the time to kill is so much slower. It takes one headshot or one good swing or one trade, even you're already down. So healing doesn't matter that much. It's not that valuable. The
Thomas
phase
is
is mainly
peeking
played
it constantly.
for the wall and for the slowness, for the crowd control, and the heals kind of just cosmetic.
Just waiting, all of them, and just
The
Thomas peeking.
patience.
The
But they're
peeking.
wasting time like this. Already half a minute down.
Yes, however, they're trying to default, but
That's
both of
flag.
them are trying to default. And that's the problem. Who is getting less impatient?
So look at the map right now. Blue team is realizing they're not going to be trying to push that out.
He flashes full team! And again,
Okay, Flash coming out with the KO. Flashing the Cypher, but that's a beautiful frustrating space. Doesn't get the KO on. KO on playing too much fighting game.
will there be a match on play that he gets
30 seconds left.
He did
Oh!
Player
the smoke.
standing.
That's unfortunate. Alexander again left alone. Yeah. Unfortunately.
Yeah, no.
Shot down by Thomas.
I really like the way that SpicyWater is playing resourceful. They're playing around the players that they have left. They're playing around the man advantage really well right
see
now.
a operator.
Managing to collapse really well the moment they find like one opening, trying to push it further. They noticed that the B and mid wasn't pushed, so you saw all the people that were holding that side pushing forward, and at a certain point you saw someone rotate from B side all the way to T spawn, and then all the way flanked from a long.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm also seeing a lot of hesitation. I'm not sure.
Are the people going, hey, flash, get to their position? Do they capitalize on this usage of resources? Yes, they know they're there. They're starting to rotate. The side
Yes.
will work on mid,
Still
potentially
flashed out.
flashing the
Holding
clove right
flag.
now. Get the clove. He sees that the
But
clove
no!
is moving back to the low fight is down.
Oh, yeah,
Clove
fine.
being knocked out. He still plays the smokes down. Though extra toes Joris.
Yours.
Pushing it in while he
He
plays.
beat
Got smite out by the
operator.
operator. No, that's Sony down. Just takes the operator still down though. Get the headshot!
Oh, just with the operator. Damn. I've not seen a lot from Joss and Sonny for this
Last
split,
player standing.
but it's going well. Mr. Pancake.
Gets picked up, but they still have a 3 to go with a low value control. Yoru. Does he
He
realize the
doesn't
flag?
have his Odin. That's
Doesn't
the
he-
problem.
Does he realize the flag? He has to play for Spike. He can hold Spike right now.
He
That's the
knows
flag.
he knows he
No!
overplayed. Yeah.
But the steering animation like the player had a TP down there and spawn. Didn't get punished. Didn't get
But it's
broken by
unfortunate
Cypher.
that he tried to TP as well inside. He was easily spottable from there. But we
He
have
had
two
to make
operators.
play there, and they were just really well held
See
by
two operators and one person having max money.
They got 9k
The
in a
eco-
bank right now. The interest is going crazy. This
Yeah,
is not
but the
looking like the
eco
Great
is
American
not
Stock Exchange.
good. It's the eco on the waterboarder side is going awfully.
I'm looking at 4 ults coming out from the attacking side from WaterBoarders. Oh, that's 1 ult down, only 3. Do they get the res though? Just res on download. Online, multiple shots. He fired like we're playing our stage right now through the smoke.
They're getting circled in
That
immediately.
circle. Peeking it. Doesn't get the pick. Gets pressured though. Just engages that beautifully.
However, there is
Right
a
to the
way
smoke. Has to
that
reload in the open as the smoke goes down.
Spike down mid. Flawless.
it's a difficult one. This now they have a double operator, which they can just not peek because they will be shot down. And I see the Mox ball. Do you see it as well?
Yes,
Odin.
this
The
should go.
max
This goes
signature
here.
is coming out. Something I'm really noticing about the red team, which I like in my personal gameplay, which is why I am currently trying to practice Sova. They do not know what the enemy team is. They're trying to push in before they actually have info of positioning of the defending side, which makes it really easy for them to just get shot down from unexpected angles that aren't cleared yet or aren't being held. Because aside from the KO knife, they don't have any info collection from their side right now. But it's by the Odin getting the
Finally,
greedy.
Thomas got punished by the Odin, by the
The
Mox
lurking
Odin
Cypher
play.
is being punished for being too greedy. This is one of the mistakes that they do not need to get out of hand. I heard a scream there coming out from Valid the Ball, aka
Oh,
Mark.
Mox is ulting.
Ulting on 30 HP and the stage
Intel.
is down. No
He's
rest, not
fighting
healing
a
out nothing.
1v1 against Mr. Pancake. Maybe.
The side is being pulled up though. The Spike is planted. They're playing for retake right now. One man down, not aware of the positioning of Yoru. I am looking at the Yoru positioning right now.
Oh, and I was
That's the
short
Yoru
with
down. It's a
Yoru.
3v3. Heaven has control, but red team controls Spike right now.
The whole
Being
really
side.
tight.
They're going in.
Oh,
Microsoft got
nice,
one. That's a
Alexander.
2v1. Does he have time?
Really
Even if he
low,
hits it, he
really
goes for it. Is he sticking it?
Is he gonna stick it?
He does it! Low fight with the third shot.
Good job.
They messed up. Now we keep them down.
I hear a lot of screaming. There's still a Sage with a res. That has
So
not been used
the
yet.
snowball of massive proportion has come to a halt. 7-0 was turned into 7-1 in the first half of this game, in the first game of this set. I am repeating myself too much, and struggling over my words.
As
Looking.
we say, it's a defender cider map.
That's cold, and you know it.
Now we're gonna see how it's gonna be.
Flash coming out from extra toast immediately. With the pancake
It's
playing it safely,
definitely
playing
already targeted
playing
someone.
it safe, gets a little bit of damage as this
Thomas
Thomas gets a
Cameron's
wall bang on the
standing
sage.
there.
Again, the crazed healing, the crazed Raz already denied really early in this game.
I do spot our treasure meowing in the Twitch.
Chris, look
chat.
in, this is a bad look for the association. Do not
We're
meow.
not playing with house cats.
Thomas went to the duel with the close
Spike
pass.
down A.
Ult online, they in fact do ult retreat. They need to get a pick though if the blue team
Thomas is still
plays
holding
it
it.
safe. Tries to go for the pick,
They're
for the
not
playing
gonna-
around, cover, trying to flank each other.
Oh.
Flash support coming out from B, but it's too late as Machon gets the double, making it a triple, and just gets the final one. Stopping the potential comeback right now in their tracks, not letting it get out of hand. That one game, that one run that they got is the only one that they're gonna get for now, is what they say.
Wow, this is a nice spot.
Yet a lot of people.
Is Max going solo on a different side?
He has your so if he has teleport place, but he can afford it.
Yes.
But he has a Bucky and not all of his abilities.
But this is the bronze play. Or the bronze play.
I mean, I'm bronze as well. I should understand this because this is my rank, but like I don't.
I don't understand it as well, but still. They're trying to split up now to try to get picks and not get surrounded. I
Trying
think
to
that's the
default, trying
most...
to play it around information. This is
Yeah,
something
but
that I
also-
got actually learning from this. No, by pulling up really hard, gets punished for it.
It's Thomas's
Thomas overextended again. Two! A lot of XP still on the board. Graves realizing that there are two people in open line of sight for the defending Tigers
Classic.
team, so now go for the res.
trying
Also,
to see.
on mid.
He's not putting
The
up a
pancake for the
wall.
third.
He's not putting up a wall, nor slow orb, not a lot of intel from
Last
I was
player
just playing it
standing.
safe, but like
Ah.
this
Spike
first half
down
is
mid.
coming to a close real soon. I'm pretty sure we're on the second to last
I had this fight.
round of this half, and the enemy team still has that one sage ult that I haven't used throughout the entire script.
Flawless.
And that's it. The
But
ball
I
is
have
coming
not
out.
seen a lot of Sage Uto at all.
Exactly, I've seen very little walls, just that they're pushing up. Yeah, I haven't seen Res, the heals, which is in an unfortunate position where Marcus was out of place to actually get the heal off.
Would I
No,
have
now
the
we're going into
pattern?
the second last round, and we have 4 ults going against 2 ults. Ult going to be looking really bad
Again,
for
the Max on the Odin.
WaterBoarders right now. Get
Max
the
on the
Odin,
Odin,
though.
yeah.
He got that one pick on Thomas. If it works once, let's try it again until they adapt.
Yeah, however, he's gonna
Victims are not lucky.
he's gonna push now probably. So I don't know if he's gonna get a pick on Thomas again, because Thomas going to B side. Oh no, he spotted immediately.
Oh, immediate ult to collect the info. That's a rocket from Mr. Pancake. That is one.
Rocket.
Nate onto Wingerson. That is not
That-
two. Gets a lot of
that
pressure to
North.
get them out of position. That is the
Spike
second. It's a
down
3v4
A.
right now, and they don't have spike or it's being taken
Not
over.
one time has the camera been shot at the beginning.
Beautiful beat coming out from Thomas.
Oh.
Double punished by the Odin for the second time in a row.
Again, an ult by the Yoru.
Last player standing.
Oh, it's 2v1. This is looking
They can
very
do this.
decent, but he knows that he's there. And he has spike on him. He has to win this.
Oh.
He doesn't.
Spike down
This
A.
guy.
Oh, no.
So close.
So unfortunate.
So unfortunate.
I like the idea coming out from
Last
Valorant
round,
World, right?
round
Using the
and a
ult to take side is crowded, but he realized that he was there, had the Odin and the Classic in the hand. And you were playing a 2v1, not playing around their man advantage. You realized that you had control of having with Cloud being the one there,
It is
being able to give
unfortunate.
support and fire.
It is
Getting
last
a
round.
little bit greedy.
Last round of this half, and they do not have good eco for this.
They have no eco, they have one ult again being the safe one, which constantly gets area denied by the defending team right now, whereas they still have Cypher up. The Cypher just needs to get a singular pick and then get it up, and they have all the info that they need to turn this into 11-1 to get the second half. Right now KO Knight going out
But-
to catch anything. Flash is coming through, blinded onto Machon 36. Counter fire with their own blind and their own breach.
Oh.
Util does not get punished for being out of position. Extra toast, however, a different breach on a different
Oh,
side of
look
the
at
team.
that
Gets
Odin!
the pancake.
The Pookie Odin.
Yorupuki, Yorupuki.
What? Oh, Thomas
Stop
got
that, Yuri! Getting
Oh, no!
Matching
Down, B.
3 kills onto the enemy Cypher.
Yeah, he tried
Yoru is the
to get-
captain of the enemy Cypher right now.
The
coming
stone
out.
ults, the Waylay ults, but he doesn't
No
peek
fine
it.
holding that. That's
He
when you
doesn't
know.
peek it.
That's when you know. Blade save. Get
Nice.
going in.
You will
He's-
not kill
Gets
my
the
Nice.
red. This is a
Nice.
4v2 and Macom
Finally,
36
rest.
with 5 HP.
Are they going to
Literally
plan?
one. Giving away position. Doesn't he swing it?
Last player
Oh,
standing.
nice.
Misses.
Yeah.
Just takes on the 1v3. Your
Yes, John's gonna do it.
Chrome doesn't have ult online. Chrome has ult online though. They can touch this.
Crazy with it.
This is a really good position for the red team, right? This is really nice for Spicy, but he doesn't know he's getting flanked. He gets getting shot.
Your biggest mistake was that you.
You're returning it to 10-2. It's doable. We saw it yesterday. A
Switching
situation
sides.
just like this.
Definitely.
Not gonna name names, but
No, yeah, you can name names. It was
statistical
definitely
history is telling me this is winnable.
depending on how their mental is gonna be. If they're gonna keep up their mental and not,
I mean, if I were them, I would still keep up my mental.
yeah. But it is hard. It is hard when you're in this kind of match. I see a lot of meowing in their
Is it though?
team chats.
Is it hard though? Because think about it, you still managed to clutch that last round out from an almost impossible econ and from an almost impossible ult economy position. Really well done. They have the potential, they just need to tap into it more. And they need to realize it themselves. They need
They're
to
gonna
think
push
to
A
clutch
sides.
those games out,
side
clutch
where
those
there
rounds
is
out.
only
There is a
high
possibility
damage.
Smoke being down.
Oh, nice.
Wiggerson doesn't care, busts through the smoke, head tap with the sheriff.
Joss is kind of being a chicken on the corners, being a schizophrenic player, but
Drop in a smoke.
Take the match, take the match, take the match. George Fix being smoked out.
Down A.
nice.
Great low line holding defense. It is I Thomas.
Oh, Thomas
Yes, Thomas doesn't get punished.
But we'll.
Walking off the side. Does he know the Yoru is there? Does he know the Yoru is there? Using camera for info. They're still playing hiding. He saw him in the corner. Didn't get punished. We're low now. Does he know he's long? Does he know he's long? He doesn't know he's long. It doesn't matter. Little too late. It's a punish though. It's a 2v1. Spike has already been planted. The Sage has to clutch this. No
How
info, no
much
guns. Doesn't pick up anything.
How much communication has his team done? The aim.
He realizes he's getting flanked.
Oh.
No, he doesn't. I really like the play from the red team there. Having Spike realizing, okay, there's only one person, he's probably going from main. The split up with the Omen just holding it down there, staring in his face. And the unsuspecting is going around, going to util and trying to catch as much potential area as possible, just to apply the pressure. Because even if the Omen lost that duel, he still had to breach the fierce trade of their life, because the Sage still had to swing out and get a lucky flick.
And I also think it shows the team play that the team has.
It is
They're
beautiful
gonna split
communication
up
and
now.
playing off of each other, using your teammates as bait, which I know it sounds really greedy and that's a thing, but it worked because they were actually
Yeah,
communicating
they're already
with each
fixed in
other.
the mid from
Nice
race.
and slow down.
Only
Waylay is
kill.
fighting an unknown enemy.
Throwing pressure onto the Yoru, trying to keep them out right there.
He's holding
Rotating
mid.
to mid right now, where Raze is
No, not
peeking
really
into the
rotating to
clove.
They're still on A. They're trying
But
to
you know he's
push
there.
A.
He's backing off behind the wall. Raze holding it. Playing it really safe. Are they moving up with Spike? On A,
Really
they don't
playing
know that
hard.
nobody is wrong. They can push it, but don't have the info to it. That's what I'm
There's
talking
no-
about.
yeah.
No info collection guy. There's no Fade, no Sova, no Gecko even. So if I know.
No, the Waylay
the
teleport back.
timing!
So they know that the Clove is there. They're gonna
Making
rotate
back
to
off.
have
Clove
it
is
to
wasting the
A.
ult right now, whereas they're rotating to A. Another smoke is on cooldown right now, and the red team is playing
But
a
will
4.
Wolves have the-
Oh! No! No! Wait! What is happening?
Ah! Yeah, that's a fault.
That's vile. That's disgusting.
Oh.
No! Better than a shotgun
30
Spectre.
seconds left. One enemy
Thomas
remaining.
with the sheriff. It's a 1v5 right now.
Thomas is crazy with the sheriff though. So it's
Bucky Yoru.
crazy.
Bucky Yoru going in. Ray is standing. Trying to punish the overextending Raze right now. Does he know? He does not know. Raze is going further.
Has he heard any steps?
I don't
Has he
I
made
think
any
he heard.
noise?
But he's trying not to get him. He doesn't have any util and he doesn't have any teleports down.
What?
Is he saving?
Here.
Yeah, Thomas is pushing it out. Like, you'll get a flawless here. It's being placed
He
down, but
knows-
it's
he
blocking
knows where he
their
is.
own player. Does he know? Oh!
No one left
jumps
to send a
in,
message.
tries to get the head tap lucky, and just dropped the side. The POV was amazing. Just shot down, put down like an elephant in Africa with the Marshall.
Definitely Josh and Thomas communicated well to hold cross with each other when the Euro would peak. It really shows the more communication and more just patience.
More than anything, it shows the confidence, being able to just stand there without risk, knowing my buddy's got this if anything must go wrong. I have the emergency clause, and it's my homie with the Marshall out there.
Camera taken out.
Really big onto
Yeah,
your when you're in the 12-2 down, giving a pick like this early. Oh, it was destroyed. Omen is low.
Immediately on B and Melee as
Supposed to
well.
be put down, Trace with the pick on the
But
Phantom.
they did not. Oh, the way they coming back.
1v4. Oh!
down B.
Spike is down, they have side
It is
control.
Alexander against Thomas though on A
Cypher.
time. Alexander is moving to heaven.
Tony is playing it solo though on that side. Get that pick though. And to play it safe, he doesn't have the support from Thomas right now, who's lurking all around the other map. That's the pick! Look at that pick on the Wickerson! And that's the put down,
That
and
is
1932.
Nice play. They still gonna pick. Is it gonna be 34? Maybe my prediction was right. Who knows? This was the score of
Listen.
Yeptown versus SpicyWater was 12. I think 12-3 the first map. So
There's a famous Dutch saying that I know a lot of players in both teams like saying, and it goes, there zit potentie.
there's potential. Yes. Problem is to who?
12-3, can they make it to 12-4? Then snowballing under control, wall being
Mid is
down to
really-
control mid. They're being
was
blocked off. Do they
really-
rotate it or towards B or A right now? Do they try to break it? Ball can be pushed around right now.
No, yeah, they broke the wall immediately when it was placed. But smoking off, so
Good
there's
medic ball
no...
still. Spraying to the smoke, yes, the tech, we love to see it. Trying to apply
Marcus
pressure,
gets
still
stunned.
not giving any picks away. Playing conservative with their man advantage. That's a 5v4. Thank you to Talent Roll Max signature Odin coming through, taking out the enemy Omen to get rid of those nasty pesky smokes. Trying to take control of mid by Wraith as Sony
Marcus speaking
and
it. Oh.
Breach are trying to take control onto A. Cypher is pushing up. Does he know
Oh.
that he is behind him?
No!
He gets out lurked! The lurked and Cypher gets out lurked and now the red team is pushing up.
Pushing on
Let's hope,
A,
taking
however,
control.
they're not on A.
He's getting too much
they're
time.
mid.
They're rotating back right now. Wiggers are taking high ground, taking heaven. He's taking uppies right now. Does he know there's someone below him? No, he doesn't.
Oh, such good picks, but such impatient play again.
30 seconds left.
They're all too far offside.
That's a beautiful pick coming out from Lo-Fi. No, doesn't get a double though, but he still turned it into a 3v2. Got the trade right there. This is still very
Matchom
much
is
doable. They're going for the
planting.
plant right now. The defending side team doesn't
planted.
really have any good position. They need to take up something and they need to do it now. Getting pushed up by
Player
Grace.
standing.
Gets pulled
Matchom
down. It's a
is
1v3
all
and he has side control. He has side control. Turns it into a 1v3.
There is two Odins. Two Odins.
Odin right now. Gets the one. Oh!
Again, Max with the Odin play. And of course it's
The
your
Odin, you're looking for Spike.
Oh my god, please.
Yo! You have
Yeah.
eyes, you can use them to see of Earth, you can use them to hear. Beautiful play
And
though.
to hear?
What did I say?
You said you have eyes to hear.
Nah! Nobody clipped that, nobody clipped that. We scratched that one from the record.
It's 12-4. So I
It is, I told you, it is possible right now. They're trying to get the reversal. And this is snowballing in their favor, but again, it's only one. They are not allowed any mistakes right now.
Is it SpicyWater trying to just have fun with it and trying to play with their food, or is it just SpicyWater actually trying? That is my question mostly.
I think it's waterboard. Oh.
Oh, this is
SpicyWater
this is gonna be a
giving too many
difficult
opportunities away and simply getting unlucky outplays with strategies that
one. They're pushing the side.
WaterBoarders hasn't thrown before. The range is already low and has no healing on that stream. Cage coming out to take control of side.
Wele is teleporting back, but Omen is in front with the spikes, planting melee.
Clone being broken, flash the enemy team. They have Spike, but now
All
he's saying retake. That is one, gets traded, still gets another one.
4 against 3.
No!
Reload.
It's a 2v2. It's very much doable.
Flashbang from Alexander, Mr. Pancake.
Panic team is low right now.
Max
Oh,
is
coming
trying
through.
to
What is he doing?
to Pancake.
The body blocking. Hey, but
Player
doable.
standing.
Running.
Last player standing.
It's a
Oh,
1v1.
it's a
It's a 1v1.
Charges.
13 for George Fix with 23 HP to his name. Butters it out and takes game 1 in favor of SpicyWater.
John, it is the 34 that I talked about. Clip it. Not clutch. So we look at the results. Thomas above. Played well. Less, I would say, slow than normally. Sony playing with the Waylay on the bottom of the team, but still good, of course. I don't know what the Sony play was to choose Waylay, but sure. And of course, the top player right now for WaterBoarders is Alexander. With almost such a nice clutch with one of the first rounds.
Alex
Yeah.
definitely pulled his weight in this game.
Yeah.
Tried his best. Got that quarter at the beginning, showing the amount of potential that lies within him. And even though this felt like a really one-sided game a lot of the time, he still managed to be a threat and deserves respect from the enemy team. Same goes for Max after he locked in a little bit, started to get that down over the enemy team's positions and their ways of playing this map. He realized, oh wait, that's the Cypher, and you're down with the Odin.
Yeah, but I will tell the most important play is choosing Sage on this kind of play, because I have not seen a lot of util, only the mid being covered, which was really well. That's the default play for it as well.
Yep.
But unfortunately, not a lot of other impacts from it.
I think
But
looking at WaterBoarders,
see-
I think they have the correct plays in mind, but they just don't think that what they want to execute works in this team. They have no info collection. They have a Sage that isn't really utilizing util that much. So
we are going into a break, of course, with them as well, which will also be a break a little bit for the stream, and of course an ad break as well.
ad break, we gotta get our money up. Big money moves right now.
No.
We'll be right back with game 2 out of the set. Let's see
Which is
if
gonna be a cent. If
it's gonna be a set. And I'm curious, those of WaterBoarder adapt. Do they play into Alex more as their top fragger right now? Do they maybe swap it up? And I'm wondering how confident, especially Sony, feels on the Waylay showing it for the first time this week.
It's gonna go back. That's the question.
Actually,
So see you in like 10 minutes around that when the teams are ready to play another match.